Yo, what is up YouTube? It is Naf or ZNAF, however you guys know me, and today we are reacting to Lil Durk, the bad energy around him, a video by Blackie Speaks, and we're just gonna get right into this.
Lil Durk and the bad energy surrounding him. A really important conversation surrounding Lil Durk right here. There's definitely a lot of things to discuss here. In this video, I'm going to talk about some events that have gone down in relation to Durk, and for the record, most of these things are actually old news, but I haven't spoken about them. I also want to connect it to a bigger conversation that's related to Durk and discuss some other really key things as well. With that being said, Durkio, let's talk about it. Now, like I said, most of these things are old news, so you might have heard about them here and there. Anyway, let's start with the first event. Last month, Lil Durk was involved in a shootout at one of his homes in Atlanta. This whole thing went down on Sunday, the 11th of July at 5 a.m. Apparently, some individuals somehow entered Durk's home that early Sunday morning. Luckily, they got caught in the act. One thing led to another. Durk and his girl started firing shots. A shootout took place in the home, and things ended there. Luckily, Durk didn't get hurt, and same for his girl India, but unfortunately, those individuals, it looks like, are still unidentified. So a pretty close call. The end result could have been really bad, but good thing it wasn't. A little over a month prior to this, someone really close to Durk actually ended up passing, and that person is D-Thing, Durk's older brother. On June 6th, D-Thing was shot outside Club O, located in the south side of Chicago. He unfortunately caught a bullet to the head and was pronounced dead at the scene. Around that same time, a producer who's worked very close to...
Holy shit, dude. D-Thing passed away? Wasn't that like his brother? Holy, I didn't know D-Thing died. Damn. Durk just can't ever escape bodies, bro.
With Durk and has produced a lot of Durk's records, also passed away, and that producer is Turn Me Up Josh. Not sure what exactly happened to him. There's barely any info about the cause of it, but let's not go digging out of respect for his family. It ain't no secret that there's been a lot of death and just all-around bad energy around Durk, especially as of recently. Durk has lost a lot of people throughout the years, bro. Let's not even talk about Vaughn, because that's a loss that must have destroyed him. On top of losing Vaughn, going through the loss of your older brother in the span of a year? Horrible. After the passing of Lil Durk's brother, D-Thing, King Von's uncle, whose name is Range Rover Hang, had a message for Lil Durk.
Duck name and Tuka, you can't do that, bro. You rich, bro. You a millionaire, bro. You got more money than all of us, bro. Like, live your life, bro. You don't have to keep dropping these people names in these songs, bro. Like, you know, you keep saying Tuka and Duck. You don't have to do that, bro. You on songs with Lil Baby, Young Thug, all these niggas, bro. Like, stop dissing these men. Just over it, bro. You don't have to do it, bro. You got songs with Drake. Niggas ain't got songs with Drake, bro. Live your life, do your thing, bro.
That's true.
I'm not a hater, G, but Durk steady saying these niggas' names and songs. You don't have to do that, bro. Like, this what got his brother shot. You got to think his brother been throwing parties for years. Nothing ever happened to D-Thing. Something just happened to him now because Durk steady saying these people names and songs, bro. So they feel like, okay,
man,
let's get up on him because we've been seeing him all the time. Like, you got to leave certain shit alone, bro. Like, Durk the man. You the man right now. Glow up and enjoy your fame, bro. Do that. You don't got to keep saying people name and song, or you don't got to do that.
I can't believe D-Thing got killed. That's crazy. His older brother got killed. June 6th?
As you could hear, Uncle Range was pretty much saying, hey Durk, you're rich as hell, you're successful, you don't have to go around dissing the dead, carrying around that kind of energy. Uncle Range said this on IG right after D-Thing had passed away, so his message and the point he was trying to make most definitely holds a lot of weight. Now, very recently, Lil Durk posted this on Twitter and said, I'm not mentioning the dead in my songs no more or performing songs with their name in it. Big schmirk. Could this be the Uncle Range effect? I'm not sure. However, Range was for sure spitting. He wasn't saying anything too crazy. Actually, he made a lot of sense because it's very true. The more Durk keeps on entertaining that dark energy, it's gonna come back somehow. And a lot of times, it might not come back to you, but it might affect the people that you love. Those are simply the consequences that come with that life. I don't think anyone is gonna disagree with me on that. This is partially why the Slide for Vaughn comments are an actual thing, by the way. Durk talks about what he talks about, and people now want to hold him accountable for not quote-unquote living his raps. Obviously, I've made my stance on that very clear. Encouraging more violence leads to an endless cycle of violence, and the cycle continues.
True.
So that's out of the equation. When you rap about what Durk raps about, it's impossible to not get caught up in it somehow. Durk might physically not be in the trenches anymore, but he's certainly carrying that spirit around him wherever he goes. This is not only relevant to Durk, by the way, it's relevant to any and every rapper out there who raps about that street shit. It's impossible to be exiled from the consequences
That's really true. He's preaching facts right now.
of living that life if you're
That's
constantly feeding that beast in the music. And like I said, it might not come back to bite you in the ass, but anyone who's around you, in this case around Durk, their safety is automatically jeopardized 100%. We also
True.
got to keep in mind that unlike most of his peers, Durk is the only rapper at the level he's at who name drops his ops in his songs. And that's something
Also very true.
Durk is most likely very much aware of. That's why he said what he said on that tweet I showed you earlier this year.
Yo, he said that before though. He said that before he dropped the what's that tape he dropped with Hellcats and Trackhawks on it? Before he dropped that tape, he said he was gonna stop name dropping his ops. Only the family the tape. He said he was gonna stop name dropping before that tape, but he name drops on that tape and he name drops on the Voice of the Heroes album too. So I don't know how much I believe that Durk's gonna stop saying that shit.
By the way, he said the same thing. I'm done name dropping the dead after my deluxe, in songs only though, and this is one of the biggest reasons as to why Durk has so much bad energy around him. The name dropping is a different level of disrespect, especially when it's aimed at someone who's deceased. That's why rappers will literally go to war when their dead homies get name dropped by another rapper. So Durk has definitely used his music as a weapon against his enemies throughout the years. One good real life example of this, by the way, is FBG Duck, a Chicago rapper who got gunned down last year in broad daylight in an upscale Chicago neighborhood.
Crazy.
Duck was pretty known in the scene, and him and King Von had some issues while they were both here. King Von opened up about their differences back in September 2020, over a month after Duck had died, and said, "Me and Duck settled our differences right before he passed. We was talking about bringing everybody together as a whole and changing the community for the better. I'ma still stand on that shit. Every step of the way, I'ma be thinking of you, even though you dissed my dead homies and my family." So Von decided to bury the hatchet,
Damn.
which I think was really great of him to do. They might have had their differences, but it looks like King Von, before he himself unfortunately got taken away, put that beef to the side for the good of his community. With that being said, that beef wasn't settled from Durk's perspective. Back in December 2020, Durk previewed a song with Pooh Shiesty titled "Shoulda Ducked" on IG Live, and on the song he says, "I told my PO through the gate that I get high as fuck. She asked me how do I get, I told her high as Duck." Clearly a shot at FBG Duck. Duck's mother actually ended up responding to Durk on Instagram by saying this:
"Fuck, he about to get high like Duck. Durk, y'all really showing, y'all rich out mixing in my motherfucking son. Y'all rich out mixing in Tuka. Show your crap. Do something else besides this and music."
Duck's mother was obviously tired.
I mean, to be fair, obviously she's probably tired of all the Tuka references, being that was her son, but
Facts.
that is also not what made Durk famous.
Huh?
That's just not what made Durk famous, though.
No, it's not.
So, even if Durk did stop dropping your son's name, which I doubt he will, that's not what made him famous.
Tired of Durk
In fact, showing his craft is probably what got him famous.
name dropping her son, which is understandable. I mean, it's the man's mother. Can't
Facts.
nobody tell her anything. Now, when Durk's brother D-Thing passed away, things started getting a little shaky. Beefs were getting egged on from both sides, and FBG Duck's mother had a couple things to say.
"My babies are dead. They not coming back. But the ones that I got here that still left, I want them to stay. I want them to bury me when I'm 90 or something, with my grandkids around me, telling me how fucking proud they was of me. That's how you die. You don't die going to no club. You don't die going fucking shopping. That's not the way God intended us to die." Cause
D-Thing got killed outside a club, right? That's what
Yeah,
it said
no.
earlier in this video. So she's talking about D-Thing right there, and she's talking about Duck getting killed outside the mall.
we gotta die. Babies ain't gotta get caught up in no fucking crossfire.
Very passionate, emotional, and most importantly of all, powerful rant man. What a strong woman. She had every reason to not speak up because Durk dissed her deceased son. However, she's smart enough to realize that the outcome of all these bodies dropping is even more bodies dropping and more bodies dropping and more bodies dropping. And it's kind of
That's very
sad how this
true.
has to come out of the mouth of someone's mother. That says a lot about what's going on here. I'm not going to say that Durk is justified in doing what he does at all. However, Durk is playing the game as he knows it, and so was FBG Duck, who unfortunately got taken out.
True.
Mubu Crump is another name who consistently comes up when we're talking about Durk's ops. Mubu Crump was a Chicago rapper who got gunned down the 25th of May, 2018. Crump and Durk had their differences, and back in January 2016, Crump took out that rage on Lil Durk's DJ when he sucker punched him and ran away. Crump also disrespected Durk's deceased cousin, Newski, who died in 2014 by saying this.
Newski. They left his ass right here. You feel me? They left his ass up here on folks now tweaking. Buying some shoes. Y'all see real niggas be up here though. Nigga play with me up here on folks niggas be on some bitch on the news. I look like Newski.
It's not a good idea.
Now, a couple days after this, Mubu Crump got shot to death at a house party in the south side of Chicago, and
2 days later, he was shot to death at a house party. Yeah, that's what happens when you say Newski's name. I wouldn't. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea, Flower.
And there's that.
What did he say?
House party in the south side of Chicago. Now, a couple days after this, Mubu Crump got shot to death at a house party in the south side of Chicago, and there's that.
And there's that.
So, you know how Durk said he was dissing on my cousin, now his ass all in that wood, huh? On Back in Blood with Pooh Shiesty? Well, that was actually a reference to Mubu Crump, who dissed Newski, and like Durk said, ended up in the wood. But yeah, there you have it. I was planning on talking for a couple more minutes, but you know what? I'd rather not water down this conversation by adding a bunch of fillers, so we'll stop here. With that being said, all this bad energy around Lil Durk, definitely something that worries me, for sure. Lil Durk's statement about him not mentioning the dead in his songs no more is him going in another direction, but how big of an effect is it gonna have so deep into his career? That's what I want to know. Anyway, Lil Durk and all the bad energy.
Well, that's pretty much the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I sure enjoyed this video. Learned a lot. I didn't know D-Thang passed away. R.I.P. D-Thang. Thoughts and prayers go out to his family and Durk. You know, like Blackie Speaks says, man, I can't imagine losing my brother and then losing someone that's like my brother in the same year and a half. That's fucking wild. Nah, I mean that's losing 2 close family members. That's insane, man. That's just crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you comment below about what you want me to react to. If you like this video, if you fuck with Durk, anything. You think he should stop dropping the dead in his song? You gonna stop listening to Durk if he does? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.